Captain James Cook was an explorer who served Britain. He was born on November 7th in 1728 in Martin, United Kingdom. Captain James Cook led 3 expeditions, but was unable to fulfill the tasks of the third voyage due to a deadly encounter with the Hawaiians. Captain James Cook was sent on his first voyage in 1768. The reason for his departure was that there was a rare event that occurred when Venus passed in front of the Sun in the southern hemisphere. To observe the rare event, the British government sent him and his crew to explore this mysterious and strange phenomenon. The ship that James and his crew embarked on was called the HMS Endeavour, which left Woody Harbour. James led the voyage as a lieutenant, due to his high ranking as a surveyor for the British Royal Navy. His final destination was to chart the course of Venus. Throughout his voyage, he sailed along the Australian coastline and claimed it for Britain, naming it New South Wales. He also explored the coast of New Zealand, as well as circumnavigating the world. Captain James Cook ended the voyage in 1771. Cook did not exactly fulfill his task for the first voyage because the observations of the Venus transition were not conclusive and were inaccurate. Captain James Cook embarked on his second voyage in 1772 to disprove that the Great Southern Continent wasn't real. Captain James Cook took 2 ships for safety reasons on his second voyage. Captain Cook was in charge of the HMS Resolution, and his partner, Tobias Furneaux, was in charge of the smaller ship, HMS Adventure. Along with Tobias, Cook took 2 chronometers, which was a big improvement in sailing, and which would lead to a huge improvement in the field of navigation later. He crossed the Pacific Ocean. Once he did not see land, he settled the myth of the Great Southern Continent. He was blocked by a giant ice wall, which resulted in him exploring somewhere else, not Antarctica.
Captain James Cook embarked on his final voyage to find the Northwest Passage. This passage was a shorter route to the riches located in the West Indies. While avoiding Cape Horn and Cape Good Hope, Captain James Cook was the commander of the HMS Resolution and Discovery. He sailed in January of 1778 and was considered to be the first explorer to reach Hawaiian Islands, also known as the Sandwich Islands. The first time they docked at the Hawaiian Islands, the local natives welcomed them and traded with Cook and his crew members. Later on, they docked at the island of Nehua and looked for the Northwest Passage. Almost a year later, they returned to the Hawaiian Islands and docked at the Keikuala Bay. The second time Cook and his crew members visited, the natives treated them like gods. 1 month later, one of Cook's crew members died, proving that they were not gods, but merely mortals. Cook tried to sail away, but rough seas damaged the foremast of the HMS Resolution, so they were forced to sail back to the Hawaiian Islands. Once they returned, the Hawaiians began to throw rocks at the members. Cook tried to negotiate with the king, but a Hawaiian member chief was shot, so the negotiation ended poorly. Cook was later on killed in the mob of fighting. The survivors led the Discovery and Resolution back to England. James' third voyage marked the first time a European face had seen Hawaii. This was greeting of different cultures. This led to more exploration in the Americas, knowing that they could possibly find unknown tribes and different people. Along the many other discoveries, the finding of Australia was an example of motive for people to explore further and achieve new things. People today are able to know so much information about the lands of the world due to Cook's charts of the world.
Thank you.